Hi, my name is Doug Sharp, and I am the host of the National Leadership Briefing, and this is the Midweek Touchpoint. On this last Friday's National Leadership Briefing, it was an exciting time. We launched something called the Leadership Election Candidate Communication page on the conservativeupdate.com website. Now, this page on that website now houses videos from each of the candidates on each of the four pillars. Now, of course, you told us that the four pillars were important to you. You told us that a parent's right to raise their children the way they want was something you wanted discussed. You told us that your right of belief and freedom of religion, you wanted to know what the candidates had to say about that. You also told us that protecting the vulnerable was a priority and that you were concerned about the burden of debt that was being placed on the backs of your children. So on that page, on the conservativeupdate.com website now, there are videos from all of the candidates, the leadership election candidates for the Conservative Party of Canada, on those four pillars. So go there and check it out. Now, another thing that we shared with you was where we were at in the process. We explained to you that now is the time for you to decide who it is that you want to vote for. Who do you want to have lead that party and possibly go on to be the next Prime Minister of Canada? Well, you've got to get to know the candidates and you've got to negotiate with them for their support. You want them to support your views, and we want them, and they want our vote. So what you want to be doing is get in touch with the candidates and making sure that you're asking them questions. Well, a unique opportunity came up just this week because they started accepting questions at the Conservative Party of Canada from party members that will be used during the virtual debates that will be held on the road ahead. Now, the deadline came and went pretty quick, so I apologize if you didn't see that announcement on the post notes from the last briefing, but we did have an opportunity to send in some questions from the National Leadership Briefing, and I wanted to share them with you now. Here are the four questions that I just sat down in front of my computer. That's all we had to do was sit down in front of your computer, turn on your camera, flick on your mic, and ask the question that you wanted to ask. Now, they didn't give us much time because they want to keep it tight, but we did have an opportunity to ask four quick questions, and these are the questions now. I'm going to share them with you now, and then we'll come right back here and wrap up. Enjoy. My name is Doug Sharp, and I'm from British Columbia. In 2010, a former Conservative government published this guide on gender and sexuality, which grants teachers special permissions to engage students while at school on issues of gender and sexuality. Well, right now in the House of Commons, there is a bill, Bill C8, which works to limit a parent's rights to have those same conversations with their children. My question for the candidates is, who has the ultimate authority to actually decide what is discussed with children while at school? Parents or teachers? My name is Doug Sharp, and I'm from British Columbia. This is my personal copy of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and it's my understanding that as a citizen, that these rights are protected under the Charter and actually protect me from the overreach of government. Yet the Trudeau Liberal government has constantly been attacking my right of belief and freedom of religion. My question for the candidates is that if you are elected, what is it that you are going to do to ensure that my right of belief and freedom of religion is protected? My name is Doug Sharp, and I'm from British Columbia. This small package that could fit into a child's pocket contained 8 10-milligram doses of THC, which is enough to debilitate 6 200-pound men. My question for candidates is, if you are elected, what is it that you are going to do to ensure that this dangerous drug does not end up in the pockets of our children? My name is Doug Sharp, and I'm from British Columbia. It appears as though the Trudeau Liberal government is going to be leaving us with a $250 billion budget deficit and close to $1 trillion in debt. My question for candidates is, what specific things are you going to be doing to ensure that this burden of debt is lifted off of the backs of our children and future generations? So those are four questions that we had the opportunity to ask from the National Leadership Briefing here. However, I don't want you to forget that you still have the right to get in touch with the individual candidates and ask them your questions. So we're going to, below this video and as part of the Midweek Touchpoint, we're going to include the contact points for all of the campaigns. We're also going to give you a link that takes you directly to the conservativeupdate.com website, and where you're going to be able to see all of those videos that I mentioned before that came from the candidates. So let's not miss this opportunity to get to know the candidates and make our decision an educated one when it comes time to casting our vote on E-Day. Now, we're going to be giving you more information next week on when ballots are going to be arriving in the mail and how to fill out those ballots. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, just go online, enjoy the videos, enjoy the website, get to know your candidates, and we'll follow up with you after. In the meantime, God bless you, God bless your family, and may God continue to bless this great nation of Canada. Bye for now.